The NBA has officially spoken, and their recent statement has only added more frustration for Lakers fans. On Monday, the league released its last 2-minute report from Game 4 between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. That report included a key admission. The referees missed a crucial foul on Luka Doncic during the final seconds, and it went uncalled. Think about that. With only 33 seconds left in a close playoff matchup where every play was critical, Lakers star Luka Doncic was tripped by Jaden McDaniels near half court. But the referees didn't call anything. No foul was called, no free throws were given. The game just continued in silence. Dan Woik, who covers the Lakers for the LA Times, was one of the first to break the news. He confirmed that the NBA recognized the incident as a mistake. According to the report, it was the only incorrect call listed in the entire final 2 minutes. But this wasn't just any missed call. It was a moment that could have changed the outcome of the game. Here's how it played out. Late in the fourth quarter, with the Lakers trying to claw their way back, Luka was bringing the ball up the court. As he crossed half court, McDaniels clipped Luka's foot, just enough to trip him. The trip was clear. Replays showed it from multiple angles. Still, no whistle was blown. The Lakers called a timeout immediately after the play, but the damage had already been done. The team looked shaken and understandably upset. That possession could have resulted in free throws, a shift in momentum, or even a lead change. After the game, Lakers head coach J.J. Redick didn't hide his frustration. Luka got tripped. That was a blatant trip. He doesn't just fall like that. We should have been at the free throw line. He got fouled, Redick said, visibly unhappy with the officiating. Lakers fans didn't waste any time either. They flooded social media, calling the refereeing one-sided and poor. Video clips of the play quickly went viral, showing just how obvious the contact was. It wasn't just Lakers supporters complaining either. Neutral fans and analysts also agreed the missed call was huge. But this wasn't an isolated issue. Throughout Game 4, the Lakers dealt with questionable calls and inconsistent whistles. Many believed the officiating wasn't fair during the key moments. The trip on Luka was the most obvious example, and now the league has admitted it. Despite the controversy, the Lakers still had opportunities. Luka Doncic once again led the team with a strong performance. 38 points on 13 of 28 shooting. He also had 1 rebound, 2 assists, a steal, and a block in a grueling 46-minute outing. Shockingly, Luka didn't rest at all in the second half. Neither did LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, or Rui Hachimura. Coach Redick stuck with his starting 5 for the entire half, making no substitutions. That move showed how badly the team wanted the win, but it might have backfired. The players showed signs of fatigue. Their offensive rhythm dropped, and in the final possessions, they couldn't convert. Now, the Lakers are staring at elimination. Game 5 is set for Wednesday. It's win or go home. If the Lakers lose, their season ends. If they win, they'll return to Minnesota for a must-win Game 6. Winning 3 games in a row against this tough and physical Timberwolves team will be a major challenge. The Lakers will need more than just talent. They'll need focus, toughness, and maybe a little help from the officials doing their job right. For now, that missed foul on Luka is another painful chapter in a season filled with close calls and frustration. But there's still hope for the Lakers. As long as they have Luka, LeBron, and a group willing to battle until the end, they still have a shot. It won't be easy, and there's no room for mistakes. The Lakers must outwork and outplay Minnesota from here on out. Game 5 is more than just another game. It's the beginning of their biggest fight this season. Will they crack under the pressure, or will they rise and deliver one of the most unlikely comebacks we've seen? One thing is certain. If the Lakers go down, they'll go down swinging. Game 4 is now history. LeBron James gave everything he had. He finished with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, along with 3 steals and 3 blocks. It was a complete effort from the 39-year-old star, but it still wasn't enough. The Lakers lost to the Timberwolves and now trail 3-1 in the series. The path ahead is clear: win 3 games or be eliminated. If there's one thing we know about LeBron, it's that he doesn't run from tough situations. Even in defeat, he remained calm, composed, and focused. There was no panic and no excuses. After the game, LeBron made the team's mindset clear. They aren't focused on winning 3 straight games. They're focused on winning the next one. You don't think about winning 3, you think about the next one. That's what matters. Otherwise, the season's over, he said. That one game at a time mentality comes from experience. LeBron has done this before. In 2016, he led one of the greatest comebacks in NBA Finals history. He and the Cavaliers came back from a 3-1 deficit to defeat the 73-win Warriors and win the championship. That moment serves as a reminder that a series isn't over until it's truly over. That belief is keeping the Lakers going. Even after a frustrating Game 4 with poor execution in the closing moments, there's no quit in the locker room. Dorian Finney-Smith summed it up well after the game. "I saw LeBron do it before," he said with a laugh. "We still believe. We've just got to focus on the next one." He acknowledged the pressure and the hole they've dug, but emphasized accountability. "We put ourselves in this situation. Now we've got to fight our way out." It's not just about belief. It's about producing on the court. Through 4 playoff games, LeBron is averaging 26.3 points, 9.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2 steals, and 2.3 blocks. At nearly 40 years old, he's still the team's leader and most reliable performer. But there are some concerns. Coach Redick's choice to keep the starters on the floor for the entire second half drew criticism. Some questioned if the team ran out of gas. LeBron doesn't think so. When asked about fatigue, he responded firmly, "I don't think it was fatigue. We had great looks. I missed a layup that could have put us up by 4. That's on me." That's classic LeBron. He takes responsibility. He didn't blame his coach or teammates. He owned the moment and kept pushing forward. That mindset is exactly what the team needs right now. The Lakers have had a bumpy season. Injuries, lineup changes, trade rumors, and distractions off the court have made things difficult. But now, with no margin for error, they have to be nearly perfect. Minnesota has proven to be one of the most physical and relentless teams this season. They defend hard, rebound well, and fight for every possession. So far, they've done just enough to outlast the Lakers. Still, the Lakers have one big advantage: LeBron James. When he's focused, determined, and hungry, he's nearly unstoppable. Game 5 is coming quickly, and the pressure is higher than ever. The Lakers must win, or their season is done. But for LeBron, this is familiar ground. He's pulled off comebacks, proved doubters wrong, and fought against time. Now, he's being asked to do it again. Can he lead this team back? Can the Lakers become just the 14th team in NBA history to come back from a 3-1 deficit? That question hasn't been answered yet. But as long as LeBron is leading this team, they still have a chance. If we've learned anything over the last 20 years, it's this: never count out the king. Meanwhile, there's growing talk around the league about Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat's star big man. He's a dominant two-way player, a 3-time All-Star, and a key part of Miami's success. Adding a player like him to the Lakers could be a game-changer. It sounds unrealistic, almost like a fantasy. But in the NBA, big moves can happen when stars are involved. Still, this one may be out of reach. According to The Athletic's Jovan Buha, while Bam would be a great fit next to Luka, the Lakers just don't have the assets to make it happen. I think Bam would work well with Luka, Buha said. But I don't think the Lakers can offer enough. He's not even the kind of lob threat they usually go for. Defensively, sure, he's elite. But I don't see the trade happening. Buha even outlined what he sees as the best possible offer. Austin Reeves, rookie Dalton Deck, a 2030 pick swap, and an unprotected 2031 first-rounder. But even that likely wouldn't move the needle for Miami. Beyond trade pieces, there's also the issue of salary. The Lakers are already projected to be over the cap. They might only have the non-taxpayer mid-level exception available, and using that comes with hard cap consequences. Buha added, they don't have cap space this summer. The most they might have is the mid-level exception, and even that's tight. Clearing space would take something dramatic, like LeBron taking a significant pay cut, something Buha doesn't believe will happen. I'm skeptical LeBron would take less money at this point in his career, he said. Meanwhile, in Miami, things are shaky. After being swept by Cleveland in the first round, Adebayo told reporters there would be big changes. There are going to be a lot of changes this summer, he said. That's how I see it. Be ready for that. It's unclear whether he was hinting at his own departure or talking about changes around him. But his value remains high, and the Heat likely don't want to lose him. Adebayo just signed a 3-year, $166 million extension last summer, keeping him in Miami long-term. The team sees him as a foundational piece. Moving him would require a huge return, something few teams can offer. So what does all this mean for the Lakers? A trade for Adebayo seems unlikely. They don't have the assets or financial flexibility, but the need for a strong big man is real. If the Lakers want to stay competitive in the always tough Western Conference, they'll need to find creative solutions. With LeBron nearing the end of his legendary career, every move matters. The Lakers can't afford missteps. If they fall short in the playoffs, expect the front office to make bold moves. Because this team doesn't rebuild, it reloads.